The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The voice of the creative economy.
With Vincent Heeringa.
Yes, from Idealogue Magazine, NZ Marketing, Good Magazine, stoppress.co.nz, the HB Media Stable. It is Vincent Heeringa. Are we still calling it the HB Media Stable, or has it been renamed?
No, we will be until July the 1st when it becomes Tangible Media. We merge with another publishing outfit and already called Tangible.
Well, one of the things that you guys do under the various different magazine names is put on various award ceremonies, and I think last week we were talking about the marketing export marketing awards.
Yes.
Last night though, the Volunteer of the Year awards put on by Good Magazine.
Yeah, we had this idea. Volunteering is a massive underground phenomenon in New Zealand. There isn't much media exposure. Nobody really counts it from a economic point of view, and yet, the volunteer economy, if you want to put it like that, is a phenomenal force in New Zealand, in charities and caring, in homes and schools, in clubs. Without the volunteers, so much of civil society wouldn't happen.
Well, surely most of society would fall apart.
It would, and it just reinforces the philosophy behind Good Magazine that just because you don't get paid for it doesn't mean it's good, and the reverse, just because you get paid for it doesn't mean it is good.
Yeah.
And I suppose phenomenal oil leaks into the Gulf and the billions and billions of dollars wasted on such a precious environment, or in a precious environment, reflects the fact that so much of our economy is completely cockamamie.
Yeah.
So to reward volunteers in a kind of a national awards program seemed like a good idea to us, and it's really taken off Wammo. We've been quite pleasantly surprised at the level of support. So the way that we did it was we called for nominations amongst all the charities in New Zealand, and we got about 30 people being nominated, and we wrote up their profiles on a website and then invited the general public to come in and vote. And we thought the last year was the first year we did it, and we got a couple of thousand votes, and we thought, God, geez, that's pretty good. But this year was just phenomenal growth. We had just shy of 10,000 people come and vote for their Volunteer of the Year. And I think what's happened is, behind each volunteer sits a whole community of volunteers who really want to promote their people and their organisation. So
what various areas were people coming from?
Well, we have about 6 categories, and I'll just read out the categories for you. There are social services, international aid, health and nutrition, environment and conservation, animal welfare, sport and recreation, and arts and culture. So that's 7 categories. And the whole thing is sponsored by Intrepid Travel, who specialise in putting together the kind of travel that volunteers would like to do. So rather than lazing around in a 5-star hotel, destroying the local environment and exploiting the local people, they actually go and work in their holidays.
Okay, well, who took it out?
Well, as always, the stories are just amazing, and when you do read the stories, they're just incredibly moving. But the winner is Daryl Pascoe, who's a full-time carer in Auckland, who looks after his daughter Bonnie, who has cerebral palsy. But then he has also got involved in an organisation called Star Jam. Have you heard of Star Jam before?
No.
Well, they're a national-based organisation, and they provide performance and limelight opportunities for young people with disabilities. So they run workshops that culminate in performances involving singing and dancing and drumming and guitar and hip-hop and so forth. And it's kind of bringing, a little bit of idol to the disability sector, and it's just incredibly popular. But what sits behind it is the hard work of people like Daryl, who just simply started out laying out the chairs for everyone to sit on, and now is involved in every aspect of Star Jam. The hours that that he puts into helping out the stadium is just phenomenal, on top of his own responsibilities as a full-time carer.
Puts the rest of us to shame, Vincent. To shame, I tell you.
They are unbelievably inspiring stories. You know, the young woman, Katie Owen, who's a nursing tutor, she has organised, and kind of relevant in this at the Football World Cup, is a football tournament for the homeless. You know, just so many great stories, and they're all in Good magazine, Wammo.
Oh, okay, good.
In the latest issue, which will be out, I think, either this week or next, but pretty soon. And it's got Radar on the cover. He was our MC last night, held at St Matthew's in the city in Auckland. He's terrific, isn't he?
He's great. And so Daryl, I suppose he gets some world travel through Intrepid.
He does indeed. He gets a $5,000 trip on thanks to Intrepid Travel, which is nice. But you know, I think for a lot of these people, actually just the recognition, the acknowledgement that they are doing something noteworthy is quite a revelation. I mean, he was so funny last night. He said, "Oh, if I'd known I was going to win an award, I would have put my teeth in."
Thanks, Vincent.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Check out the latest Good magazine, full of lots of practical tips about all sorts of stuff: cars, homes, families, and unbelievably good story on an infographic actually about mining. So if you wanted to know everything about mining, there is an article in there that will give you all you need for the next dinner party.
Oh, I love a good infographic.
Oh yes, it's good.
Information is beautiful. Thanks, Vincent. Cheers. Vincent Heeringa from Ideologue, and as you said, their Good magazine as well.